Look in the street, you see a lot of people with disability begging for food, for assistance, and all of that. There is no real law that is there to actually protect these people. What we all need to understand is these things can happen to anybody. You may be all right today, tomorrow, something may happen to you, and you may become a person too with disability. So because you have disability does not mean that you are less of a human than the other person. And so it is based upon that we are taught that it would be good for us to make sure that there are laws that's going to be guiding and protecting these people. For example, people with disability, some of them are out of high school, some of them are out of university. But getting employment is very, very difficult. Some of them are unskilled workers, but they can still do something. And so that's why every government institution in this country, every government institution should at least employ 2 persons with disability. This is going to help them. Families, and some of them got families, some of them are even married, they got children. But because they are just there, people just see them as less of a human. There is no care, no one to take care of them and things like that. So they are all over the place on the street begging. It's going to make them also independent. Job or something to do, it will make them independent. I think the government should also even train them. When you empower them through training, some of them can do business. Some of these people, they are intelligent. I remember there was one guy on Ken Johnson Road so many years ago. He was disabled. His 2 legs, had problem, and he went to the university. He graduated from the University of Liberia. But where is he now? He doesn't have any job anywhere. With all of the university degree, he doesn't have anything doing. I don't even know where he is right now. And if someone like that can, with their condition, go to school, the only good thing you can do for them is to make sure you create the opportunity for them to get a job. Most of them feel that they are stigmatized because of their condition. If we can include them in all of the various activities that we are doing, they will also feel that they are part of the society. We need to be deliberate about this. We need to ensure that we get them to be involved. We make sure that they are working, they have jobs to do, make sure that they are educated, they are trained in other areas, so that they can also be a part of the society to contribute positively. Because they will be able to contribute positively if we can only give them the chance. So it is based upon that we decided to come up with this bill, and we are hoping that our colleagues can see reason for us to pass this bill to protect the people of disability. They are in a minority, they are a minority group. And so we should endeavor to do everything to also protect them.
I just want to know what's the title of this bill?
So it's an act to provide for the inclusion, employment, and support for all persons with disability within the Republic of Liberia. That's the title of the bill.
Thank you. My name is Anthony Dana, report for Vision TV. You submitted the bill to plenary today. What was the mood when you submitted? How did your colleagues welcome the bill?
Oh, I have before submitting this bill, I spoke with some of the colleagues, and they were really interested in it, and they see that as an affirmative action that should be taken towards it. So they were interested in it, and I know that they will support the bill.
My name is Jenkins Dere from Aromida TV. What do you expect from the committee? What's your expectation?
Well, usually when the bill goes to the committee room, they go through it, and maybe there are some questions they think they will call us for us to for me to be able to make clarification input, and then it comes out. But we have like 2 weeks. They have 2 weeks to go through the bill, and then it will be going back on the floor.
Okay, what do you also make calls for seat to be set aside for people with disability?
That's another affirmative action that could be taken. for
Do you
persons
support
with obviously I support it. If I am supporting, if I'm coming over a bill to include them, definitely I will support it because they will be representing a particular group of people. So yeah, I will support it.
So my name is Alex. I report for the University of Liberia Radio, and I must admit that your call is in the right direction. But one may want to know if you have a person with disability at the moment employed in your office.
Yes, I have the secretary for my DDC, my District Development Council. He's a person with disability.
My name is Sincere, I report for Truth FM. This issue of employing at least 2% is, how do you think this will help them with the huge number of disability people in the country?
So that is a start. You have to start from somewhere. If every ministry can employ 2%, every public corporation can employ 2%, you know how many ministries we have, you know how many public corporations we have. That is a start. Eventually, other people will start to employ people. In this bill, I also talk about private sectors employing people with disability, getting incentive. So if you get employed as a private sector, you employ people with disability, the government should be able to give you some kind of incentive to encourage you. So it's not just only the government institution, but we want for other institutions to also copy. If a concession company can see government doing it, it will encourage them to do it. But we should take the lead.
So, my name is Archie. I report for Blaze. Your communication of build is being something reliable that is welcoming. So, besides just bringing this to the plenary, what efforts are you also going to make that this does not just leave in committee room or being discussed just in committee room? At the end of the day, there's no result.
No, it's not going to just remain in the committee room. We have had discussion with few persons from the disability community even before putting the bill together. And this is something that we are going to pursue. We're going to go after it. We're going to make sure that it comes out of committee room, for it to, for to start seeing something from now. There will even be public hearing on this bill. We're going to make sure that, we call people from different sectors so that they can come and then we'll all go through it together. So we still have a little long way to go, but this is just the beginning. The first step is to put the bill on the floor.
The final sign, comment.
So again, thank you for coming, and I would like to say thanks for the opportunity given me to put this bill on the floor. Thanks to the Speaker and members of the House of Representatives. You see a lot of people with disability begging for food, for assistance, and all of that. There is no real law that is there to actually protect these people. What we all need to understand is these things can happen to anybody. You may be all right today, tomorrow, something may happen to you, and you may become a person with disability. So because you have disability does not mean that you are less of a human than the other person. And so it is based upon that we are taught that it would be good for us to make sure that there are laws that's going to be guiding and protecting these people. For example, people with disability, some of them are out of high school, some of them are out of university. But getting employment is very, very difficult. Some of them are unskilled workers, but they can still do something. And so that's why every government institution in this country, every government institution should at least employ 2 persons with disability. This is going to help them, families, and some of them got families, some of them are even married, they got children. But because they are just there, people just see them as, less of a human. There is no care, no one to take care of them and things like that. So, they are all over the place on the street begging. It's going to make them also independent. Job or something to do, it will make them independent. I think the government should also even train them. When you empower them through training, some of them can do business. Some of these people, they are intelligent. I remember there was one guy on Ken Johnson Road so many years ago. He was disabled, he had 2 legs, had problem. And he went to the university, he graduated from the University of Liberia. But why is he now? He doesn't have any job anywhere. With all of the university degree, he doesn't have anything doing. I don't even know where he is right now. And if someone like that can, with their condition, go to school, the only good thing you can do for them is to make sure you create the opportunity for them to get a job. Most of them feel that they are stigmatized because of their condition. If we can include them in
And so we want to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on location where you join us from this time. We'd like to say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue and our confrontation. We see words and not bullet. I'm really sorry for the poor quality of my voice here this evening. I am down with a bit of cold, but because of you, we have to be here. And because of us too, you are also there. So we have to come on here and update you about major happening across the country. So that's it. Again, we want to say welcome to all of you. If you are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, we want to say welcome. And those of you too also listening to us via radio, we want to say welcome to all of you. Again, I'm sorry for the poor quality of my voice here this evening. I'm down with a bit of cold, but I think it's okay. Because of you people, we have to be here. And because of us too, you are also there. Yesterday we weren't here. It was a bit worrisome. But thankfully we are back. We are back again. And let's say welcome to all of you. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, tell us in the comment section where you're watching us from, and let's be able to recognize you too here tonight. Felicia says watching us. Felicia, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you on here next time, Felicia. A lot of things happened today in Liberia. Couple of news, couple of different news broke today in Liberia. We'll be bringing them to you very shortly. Very, very shortly. We're bringing you all of the major news that broke today in Liberia. We are going to bring you all of the major news that broke today in Liberia, in other parts of Liberia too, and outside of Liberia too as well. Okay, now let's try to bring you updates. Let's try to bring you updates around Liberia. Former Minister of Mines and Energy Wilmot Bay has urged the Supreme Court of Liberia to take decisive action in the ongoing Justin Opayezian matter, saying a friend ruling could help stem what he described as racial indiscipline and abusive public behavior across the country. They said the case presents an important opportunity for the nation's highest court to reinforce standard of conduct and restore respect in public discourse. He warned that the increasing use of offensive language on both private and public platforms has become widespread and risks undermining social values. According to Pay, no individual should be permitted to exploit media platforms to promote insult or hostile rhetoric, noting that such behavior contributes to societal decay and normalize misconduct. They also expressed concern about the impact of such behavior on young people, stressing that prolonged exposure to public hostility and disrespect could negatively shape future generation. Again, folks, that's it here. A very
that we are doing, they will also feel that they are part of the society. We need to be deliberate about this. We need to ensure that we get them to be involved. We make sure that they are working, they have jobs to do, make sure that they are educated, they are trained in other areas. so that they can also be a part of the society to contribute positively, because they will be able to contribute positively if we can only give them the chance. So it is based upon that we decided to come up with this bill, and we are hoping that our colleagues can see reason for us to pass this bill to protect the people of disability. They are in a minority, they are a minority group. And so we should endeavor to do everything to also protect them.
I just want to know what's the title of this bill?
So it's an act to provide for the inclusion, employment, and support for all persons with disability within the Republic of Liberia. That's the title of the bill.
Thank you. My name is Anthony Dana, report for Vision TV. You submitted the bill to plenary today. What was the mood when you submitted? How did your colleagues welcome the bill?
Well, I have, before submitting this bill, I spoke with some of the colleagues and they were really interested in it, and they see that as an affirmative action that should be taken towards it. So they were interested in it, and I know that they will support the bill.
My name is Jenkins Dere from Aromida TV. What do you expect from the committee? What's your expectation?
Well, usually when the bill goes to the committee room, they go through it, and maybe there are some questions they think they will call us for us to for me to be able to make clarification input, and then it comes out. But we have like 2 weeks. They have 2 weeks to go through the bill, and then it will be going back on the floor.
Okay, what do you also make of?
And so that's it, folks. Welcome back. I will be taking taking a break here tonight because of my voice. I cannot be on the show at the same time, coughing and all of that. But again, I want to say welcome to all of you. Welcome to the show here. We have Mr. Sam Saros Balie here. As always, Sam is here. And we have to go on with the show here tonight too as well. We have to go on with the show here tonight. I don't know. Okay. Sam, good evening.
How are you, Engineer?
I think I'm trying a little bit, but we have to be here. So
the voice is not clear yet. It would take a time. I mean, it's cold, so the flu took time to. I mean, have you been taking antibiotics? Engineer?
Oh, I'm not hearing Sam.
I'm not sure.
Let me see. Oh, I don't know what is going on here. Let me try to do something here very quick. Sam, are you hearing me?
I am hearing you, yes.
Oh.
I am hearing you loud and clear.
Wait, let me see.
Anybody can say I make a commitment. Is that legal?
So are you assuring that there are people that
you will go to jail? You will go to jail. You will serve the punishment.
So his appeal was.
They will not appeal. Don't come and appeal. It's not
there was no appeal, right?
No.
So I mean against
that. No appeal. There was no appeal.
So this means
you are not making statement. And you are like, if when a judge, when a justice asks that question, they say, I'm begging, you have to forgive me, all of those things. You could have come and say, oh, for the you just say, when a lawyer talk, you could have come and say, oh, my God, I'm begging you. It's for the heart. It's for your heart.
Okay, so now when you talk about
what?
When he revisit the Supreme Court?
We saying tomorrow is a ruling.
Tomorrow is the final ruling.
After
the ruling, yes.
Go to jail.
So you say you talk about varying the punishment. Why in case it goes contrary to law?
I say
in case he wins the case.
Why he don't want to win no case? He had a case. The man lawyer said the man is guilty. So
why
I'm
would be a
waiting.
charge? Why would be an offense?
Don't cause again.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to charge more.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to charge
Sir,
more.
some say the issue right now is
You're listening to
the issue of
what issue?
let's say the case of Prophet.
It's not legal. Anybody can say I make commitment. Is that legal?
So are you assuring that there are people that Prophet
You go to jail. You will go to jail. You will serve the punishment.
So his appeal was
They will not appeal. Don't come and appeal. It's not
there
appeal.
was no appeal, right?
No.
So
No
I
appeal.
live against that.
There was no appeal.
So this being a
You are not
prophet.
making statement. And you are like, if when a judge, when a justice asks that question, and they say, I'm begging, you have to forgive me, all of those things. You could have come and say, oh, for the you just say, when a lawyer talk, you could have come and say, oh, my God, I'm begging you. It's for your heart. It's for your heart.
Okay, so now you're talking about when will he visit the
What?
when he revisit the Supreme Court?
We saying tomorrow is a ruling.
Tomorrow is the final
Tomorrow is
ruling.
the final ruling, 11 o'clock.
After the reunions.
Go to jail.
So you say you talk about why varying the punishment. Why in case it goes contrary to law?
I say,
In case he wins the case, in case he What would be the offense?
don't cause again.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to charge more. You're listening to charge more.
Some say
You okay now?
Liberian Radio. And I must admit that your call is in the right direction. But one may want to know if you have a person with disability at the moment employed in your office.
Yes, I have the secretary for my DDC, my District Development Council. He's a person with disability.
My name is Sincere Report for Truth FM. This issue of employing at least 2 persons is, how do you think this will help them with the huge number of disability people in the country?
So that is a start. You have to start from somewhere. If every ministry can employ 2 persons, every public corporation can employ 2 persons, you know how many ministries we have, you know how many public corporations we have. That is a start. Eventually, other people will start to employ people. In this bill, I also talk about private sectors employing people with disability, getting incentive. So if you get employed as a private sector, you employ people with disability, the government should be able to give you some kind of incentive to encourage you. You know, so it's not just when the government institution, but we want for other institutions to also copy. If a concession company can see government doing it, it will encourage them to do it. But we should take the lead.
So, my name is Archie. I report for Blaze. Your communication of bill is being something reliable that is welcoming. So, besides just bringing this to the plenary, what efforts are you also going to make that this does not just leave in committee room or being discussed just in committee room? At the end of the day, there's no result.
No, it's not going to only be, it's not going to just remain in the committee room. We have had discussion with few persons from the disability community even before putting the bill together. And this is something that we are going to pursue. We're going to go after it. We want to make sure that it comes out of committee room, for it to, for to start seeing something from now. There will even be public hearing on this bill. We're going to make sure that, we call people from different sectors so that they can come and then we'll all go through it together. So we still have a little long way to go, but this is just say the beginning. The first step is to put the bill on the floor.
Your final sign, comment.
So again, thank you for coming, and I would like to say thanks for the opportunity given me to put this bill on the floor. Thanks to the Speaker and members of the House of Representatives. I will continue to work along with them so that we can ensure that the people suffering from disabilities or the people with disability can be also included in.
Some people can score 70, some people can score 80, but you who score 90, 99, you the dudes. He's the dudes. I can call him devil. The name we the error gave him. Okay? We call him devil. Because no sane human being will do such to abuse woman who he did it to the past, the past Chief Justice, he did it to the former President, Judy Andy, you name them. Okay? So, every law will have an end. That's the end. That's the end. Prophet Key, Chattanooga brought water to Liberia. Okay? If Chattanooga was still in Iran, by now, small conflict. But if you want to kill a snake, touch the head. When you knock the head, when the hair is off, the snake can do anything. Prophet Key is the head. He's the head that we the error been knocking. And God answer our prayer, and he carried to the wrong person. There are some food you can eat that can be okay. And some food you can eat and run your stomach. The other food he ate, it will run his stomach until no tablet will kill him.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
The other food Prophet Key ate, he will run his stomach until no tablet will kill him. Mr. Sam, welcome. How you doing this evening, Chief?
I'm good, Junior. How are you?
Yeah, I think I'm doing a little better than yesterday.
Were you able to
how is your end?
Were you able to take some antibiotics?
Yeah, I did, but I don't know. There's other cooking with rear.
Yeah.
I don't know, I should say foes or what.
No, it can be
but
like
I
that.
think it's getting better.
No, the flu can be powerful sometimes. Some can really be powerful.
So let's hear you this evening. What's on your mind?
Junior, there are a lot of things in my mind as we watch some videos and stuff like that. It's great to be here again to talk to the people of Nimba and Liberia as a whole. We want to apologize to our viewers and listeners around the world for yesterday. For technical reason, we couldn't make it, and the host was not also well. So we are glad to be here. I listened to the elders of Nimba County. Junior, why it's true that I don't support what Prophet Key is doing. I also want to defer with the elders in a little bit here. Elders, from where I sit, the elders that I know, they work behind the scene. I think the last time I used the word, people say apologize. These I call them political elders. The reason I say this is elders would have been able to work behind the scene, call Prophet Key, hey man, we want to meet with you behind the scene, instead of coming on Facebook Live to make comment. So what is the role of elder when you come Facebook Live and be interviewed on the radio station is that maybe that different, maybe the 21st century errors that I'm seeing, but the errors that I know from way back, they will call, they will make call, they will work behind the scene. They will not even be on social media. So these are errors that I'm used to. Maybe based on the political situation, things unfolding in the Republic of Liberia, it's like everyone wants to be on the social media page, to be recognized or to be seen, or I don't understand why it's true that they have the role to play. I was expecting them to call this young man and say, you know what, the elders of Nimba County will want to meet with you, but to go on the public media, to social media, and then they're going live and with those kind of comment, it puzzled me a lot to understand where are we as a country and as a county now.
Sam, you are 100% right, and I think two of us share the same view and opinion on this issue. And in the split of an eye, or just few months back, the elders have repeated the same thing twice. But for the first time, it happened with the issue that has to do with Vice President Jeremiah Kpankong and that of Senator Samuel Gongmen Koga. When they left Monrovia, they came to Nimba, they went on radio, and they had interview. They had a lot of public backlash from that interview, and now they are repeating the same thing again. Now, you send this man a communication, he will be appearing before you people. Just let it be. Why appear on radio station again to elaborate on it, to make it, I don't know. You said you've invited the man for a traditional meeting.
Yeah.
Now, if the journalist interviewing you, you're talking about the traditional, where is the tradition? So it's terrible. I don't know why the elder keeps doing that, but some people will say you guys don't talk about the elders. They know the best. They know what they are doing, but I believe they are not doing well for us as a county. And in as much as I appreciate them calling Prophet Key right now, I think they should have done that ever since. They should have done it ever since. Prophet Key has started this thing from way back. It's not just about the Chief Justice. Almost every reputable person from Nimba County, Prophet Key have gone after them. He has said things to them. He has insulted them. He has insulted their parents. And for them to call him now, and instead of them trying to handle the issue behind the scene, and we will see the result in public, they are coming in public. This is what they did with the issue of Senator Koga and Vice President Kung. Up till date, no one knows what the status of that case is. No one knows. So you come in public, you make, I would say, a big show about something, and after that, you don't update the public again about it. What's the purpose of coming to the public? It's terrible, guys. It's terrible. And I believe they have to desist from that.
And even the comment from the other, I don't know the other guy named the other editor, the comment from him is not even, it's not conducive. It's a threat to Prophet Key. Why is true that Prophet Key going after people and cussing? As an editor, you'll be sending threat to a guy that is a Nimbanian, no matter what. There is a saying that what is it? You can't throw bacha in the bush or something like that. Why is it that? Yeah. Why is true that he's a bad child, or maybe it could be a bad child? There's some kind of way that you can address the issue instead of sending threat to him. Oh, this would be, it would be in, and all of those kind of things. And listen, they say a wise child can be an editor. Being an editor, I don't think it's all about having gray hair. Your output, the way you conduct yourself, you can even serve as an editor. But I'm concerned about our editors in Nimba County now, where they don't handle things behind the scene. Political, I might say political editors. I know they will go after me again, but that's okay. They tend to
I think that's the right God.
Sorry.
This is going to be hard, Sam. This is going to be hard for us tonight.
I know.
For me, I believe that's the right name to call for them. They are political elders. You don't see them going after any other issue in the county anymore, but they go after the political things. Now, the issue of Burkina Beans in Nima, the Burkina Beans are taking over certain part of Nima Forest. You've never heard the elders one day on the radio to say we want to address this. Never. Other people are being accusing other sons and daughters of Nima, saying that you guys are the one that bringing the Burkina Beans in the country to farm, but you never see the elders calling those at-large people. But once it's about politics, and what I see here is that the elders are not being fair and balanced in what they are doing. I will say it, I've said it before, and I'm saying it again tonight. They are not fair and balanced in what they are doing. Justin has insulted a lot of people. Justin have called names to a lot of people. Why this come around? Why now? Or because it is the Chief Justice?
Yeah.
The Vice President Justin has insulted him. The both senators of Nima, Justin have insulted them. He even went as far as calling Senator Nyan Twine a gay. He went as far as calling Senator Nyan Twine a gay during the election. They didn't see it to call him. They didn't see it necessary to call him. So, I mean, it's a terrible situation. People who don't know how to handle their own issue, they depend on the others. I will tell you for free, if you do not have motorbikes to give to those others, your kids will never be handled. That's just reality.
Hey, your packet not heavy, then you'll not get anything now.
You're not getting anything. So now let's go to the other issues, Sam. Let's leave those people. Today, Justin appeared in court. I think you followed the case religiously. Tell us what's your take and maybe your prediction for tomorrow. What would the ruling be in your opinion?
So, Junior, like I said to you, there's what's going on in Liberia it's not a case, it's not a law, it's an embarrassment. Okay. You heard the guy saying when the justices asked when the full bench asked Prophet Key, I think when a lawyer said Prophet Key was guilty, Prophet Key would have made comments right there and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, my people." But in the meantime, the chief justice, the justice accused this guy of going after them. So can they be the judge again to judge this guy? That way, I'm kind of maybe I might not know all the law, but it's like I come and slap your face. Then you call me and say, okay, you'll bring the man here. You put the man, let the man sit down. Then you say, okay, I will get somebody to ask the man a question. Then if somebody asks me a question, then it's okay, this is it. This is where we are reached. Junior, what you say? Because you will decide. You say, okay, will you really decide in my favor? You just say, let a man go there. Oh, this is a punishment for this man for hitting on me. So I think that's what's going on in Liberia. I don't think it's a law. If somebody were quoting Article 15, what did Article 15 of the Constitution says? I don't get it. The Article 15 of the Liberian Constitution does not get
So now this is what I saw, right?
Yeah.
Prophet Key was tricked.
Of course.
In my opinion, Prophet Key was tricked.
Yeah,
now what they did to him is something that have not been done before.
Right.
He tried to play smart, but he didn't play smart. Now, the court gave you a legal representative. This is not an issue. This is not against our constitution. Morally, it is wrong. I believe that morally it is wrong. But legally, is it wrong? As a law student, I would tell you it's not wrong legally. That's why you see up till now, Prophet Key has not been charged. but his lawyers threw him under the bus today. They plead guilty. And if you do that before a competent court of jurisdiction, the law will not have to take its course. So if you plead guilty to something and you say, yes, I accept the reality that this is it, the law will not just tell you, say, go. So two things involved. It's either the law fines you or you go to prison, or they send you in prison and they also fine you. Now, the Article 15 we were talking about today, Sam, if you read Article 15 of the 1986 Constitution, it only talks about freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Now, with this freedom of expression, the limitation that they gave there is quite different from what they're trying to interpret for Prophet Key right now.
That's why I'm concerned.
Yeah, if you could bear with me, it says every person has the right to freedom of expression, being fully responsible for the abuse thereof. This right shall be curtailed, restricted, or enjoyed by government, save during an emergency declared in accordance with this Constitution. Now, the only way that you can be held accountable for this particular provision of this Constitution is when you use defamatory statement about people, then you violated this provision of the Constitution. If you use defamatory statement that maybe it was through slander, libel, and any of that, then you violated the provision of the Constitution. But I didn't see any of that. I didn't see it. So I don't know why you say now from contempt of contempt that was not specified to a violation of Article 15 of the Constitution. So Prophet Key is cooked. Prophet Key lawyers, they fool Prophet Key. Prophet Key fell for that and he's cooked. Now you have pleaded to a crime that you didn't commit, thinking that, okay, you've done the right thing. But no. It's almost like when you've been arrested by a police officer and that police didn't tell you your Miranda rights and you start confessing to the crime. And then at a certain point in time, those things that you said, they start using it against you. So now that he has confessed to the crime before the full bench, tonight they are deliberating on his issue. I'm pretty sure this is what will happen. If they say they are going by this constitutional provision tomorrow to prosecute Prophet Key, two of those judges on the bench will have a dissenting opinion on that. Even only if they are using this provision of the Constitution, which is Article 15, I can tell you for sure that two of those judges will have a dissenting opinion on it. And if they do that, I mean, the public we crown them as the hero. If we start bringing personal feelings into our justice system, then we make it terrible. We make it bad. They made Prophet Key to fall for a crime, to plead guilty to a crime that he didn't commit. So it's terrible for him right now as we speak. I don't think there is any way out of this already.
So, Junior, I agree. So let me tell you this. Number one, I don't know what they said behind the scene, but the guy that gave to this guy as a lawyer, but okay, let me backtrack a little bit. So what I saw here is, number one, the constitutional lawyer, the seasoned lawyers in Liberia, they are afraid to come out. They know this is no case. There's no case in this thing, but they don't want to show face against the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. The fear is there. This is our country. Nobody has a gut to come and say, you know what, yes, Mr. Chief Justice, there's no case here. We are sorry that this guy has insulted your mom, but there is no case here. There is no legal provision to take Prophet Key to jail, to be honest. So they gave him the public defense lawyer, who maybe he might have told Prophet Key, you know what, just say, I'm sorry, they will let you go. and everything will be okay. God damn it. No. Prophet Q, apparently he couldn't have find a lawyer because everybody kind of scared who want to go and plead against Supreme Court of Republic of Liberia. And the Supreme Court is also hearing the case.
Mhm.
You know, who
So,
wants to go in front
you
of
know-
the Supreme Court and plead? It's not possible.
the last
in
time-
Liberia.
The last time I said the Supreme Court is the final interpreter of the law, the Constitution. But I believe that every single human being read and they understand something. So if you read the provision of the Constitution, the only way you can violate Article 15 is by defamation of character or invasion of someone else's privacy.
Exactly.
But if you listen to Prophet Key's statement, you will not find defamation there by definition. You will never find defamation. And you will not find invasion of privacy by definition or by legal means. You cannot find invasion of privacy. But the lawyers trick him because I believe that a lot of people in the country, especially those people who Prophet Key have been going after, they've been trying to see how best they can set a precedent on this guy. So the lawyers trick him to plead into that, and they didn't tell him that, oh, if you plead, you will not walk away free. They didn't tell him that. So he thought that, okay, when he plead guilty to it, they will let him walk away free.
Yeah, exactly.
So as he has pleaded guilty now to the crime, if they let him to walk free, then it means our justice system is compromised.
No, okay, so that it could go two ways though. If they don't want to disgrace themselves, Supreme Court, if they don't want, if this court does not want to disgrace itself, they could fine him because there's when it comes to the article, I think
Section 12.5 of
12.5, yeah, when it comes to disorderly conduct and behaviors, those things are there. Okay, so what they could fine him, maybe 300, or they could give him 30 days. But is it past this crime that the crime that they consider, is that a crime that he's supposed to go in prison for 30 days? This is just wrong, to be honest. Constitutionally,
I'm waiting for the charges that will be given to him tomorrow, because at first he appeared before the court without
one second, please. You see that other guy that was there talking about, oh, Prophet Q will go to jail. You see that I don't know who is he? Is he a lawyer? I don't. If that guy is a lawyer, then he's a real dumb lawyer in Liberia that I would never even go around him. What? He will go to jail. They charge it. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, what law are you reading, bro?
So you see,
go ahead, Junior.
That's why I said personal emotion is taking over the justice system, and which of course it is not supposed to be that way. If we start putting feelings into the justice system, then it becomes terrible. Now, for one fact, that's why we got tradition, we got norms and culture in the country. And we are a country of tradition. We are a country of culture. If Prophet Key is doing something that is not prohibited by the Constitution, it is prohibited by the culture. This is where the chief and elders should have come in long since.
Long time.
To put stop to it.
Yep.
Now you've insulted the chief justice, man, and the man getting a feeding. The man at chief justice, the man call you to the Supreme Court. They may not charge you with any crime, or you say, oh my man, just can't clear your side, say why you cost my man for that reason, can't clear your side. You appear before the court now, then they ask you question, your lawyer, and say, okay, Your Honor, we accept the fact. I mean, our client here, he guilty, but we're sorry you're forgiving. Yeah, we're sorry you're forgiving. So, the next time it happens, y'all can take action. Then the court to say now, okay, fine. Say you finish saying you guilty. Now, when you do it, go when you go rest. Then we find some kind of area within the law that we can charge you. You see what they did to him? They tricked him.
But Junior, In Liberia, they give you public defense lawyer. What you think? What public defense lawyer in Liberia will do for you? Everybody hustling, hungry like hell.
Especially with the case being against the same court.
Yeah.
It's not like the state versus an individual, but it's like the court versus an individual. It's terrible. It's bad. My brother Aman, welcome. How you doing, brother?
Thank you so much, and let me say good evening to the big brother Cyrus Balia. Good evening to our listening audience. We are grateful to be here. But this is the major issue. This is not just about insulting the mother of the Chief Justice. Prophet Key made a series of allegations against the person of the Chief Justice. He said the Chief Justice is the most corrupt Chief Justice in the history of Liberia. He is a criminal. He is building a big hotel and with pool and everything in Ganta. He is looking for money all over across the country from clients. He's collecting money everywhere and just accepting bribe. He accused the office of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia that he is accepting bribe all over. So the Chief Justice need to clear that side. If they just consider they to go under the carpet, we are not just looking at it from the insult. He made a lot of allegations that the Chief Justice need to defend his character. And if he don't do so, we the watchdog people that are watching him will assume that everything that Prophet Key said was true against him.
So here is it though. I mean, if it is the issue of Prophet Key accusing the Chief Justice of being corrupt, then the Chief Justice should sue Prophet Key. And the case is not going directly to the Supreme Court. He can sue Prophet Key to the Monrovia criminal, the criminal court C in Monrovia. He got his legal representative that will represent him at the court. But you cannot trick someone to
the justice or any judge in Liberia, it is precedent proving that a justice or any judge in the court of Liberia, when you accuse them, they have their right to summon you to the court, and then you make a lawyer available for you to answer to questions. That is the summon. I said precedent.
President does not rule the country. When you're talking about
president, in jurisdictions, even judicial matter, even to come up with ruling the local precedent cases. We need to call Councilor Garrison Yelu to come here tonight. I'm telling you that even to come up with ruling. Sarah, I'm telling you, even to come up with ruling, the judge or judges look at precedent cases and precedent ruling that have taken place on that particular case. If there is no precedent ruling, then it becomes a landmark case. And decision that will be made there, it becomes a landmark case. So precedent judge can invite you.
Mr. Brooks,
hold on. I come in.
I can give you an example.
I come in. Here is it though. In a precedent cases, people are charged. For example, if you accuse a judge, that judge will summon you with your charge. But not to give you a blanket invitation, which is contempt. They didn't charge Prophet Key for anything. They said appear before the court and give reason why you did this and why you shouldn't be held in contempt. So they didn't charge him. There is no issue of precedent here. There is no violation of the Constitution. There is no violation of the penal law. There is no issue here. Now, what they did to Prophet Key today, let me tell you, legally what they did to Prophet Key today was they tricked him to violating a specific provision of the Constitution. And if Prophet Key is not satisfied with a ruling tomorrow, he can take the Supreme Court to international court. He can take the Supreme Court to ECOWAS court. And that would be terrible for us. If the Chief Justice knows that he has been accused of corruption, he's not above the law. Being an arbitrator of the law doesn't mean that you are above the law. The same way we all got process before the law, he should sue Prophet Key. Sue Prophet Key before the criminal could see in Monrovia or wherever you want to sue him for you guys to go and adjudicate the case. Now, you didn't sue Prophet Key, you somebody, man. I come here, you somebody, man. You, in our layman understanding now, you somebody, man, you say, okay, can't explain your side. It's like, you did something to your pa, then your pa say, my man, you can't tell me why you do the other thing here. Then when you appear now, you went with your man say, oh, sorry for what your son did, oh, forgiving. Then now your pastor saying, 18 years, when I leave you go, it will be bad.
Yeah,
so what we do is,
I will be you.
I gotta be you. I gotta be you. Even though the thing you do here, it don't make sense, but I gotta be you for it. That's what happened to Prophet Key. The people that are supposed to take charge of Prophet Key long since was the chief and elders council that are coming up today. The independent chief and elder council, they were at the Supreme Court today. They said, oh, Prophet Key, you know, eat ugly food, so they went here, will run his stomach. You guys couldn't call Prophet Key ever saying, when I had to go wear gun on Richard Kun, after he has admitted that he violated the Constitution of Liberia, he put the country at risk. You're getting gun to wear it for illegally removing another speaker. When the other person can get your motor back, you praise them. You'll be fine with it. But somebody sitting insulting people, man. Judy Andy cried in Liberia. The same case, if there was a precedent, the precedent should have been set before with Judy Andy. The precedent should have been set with Judy Andy. Judy take the case to court. And those guys, they did the same thing again. They tricked Judy. Instead of her suing for a civil lawsuit, she sued for a criminal lawsuit. She sued for a criminal lawsuit. And all of them were back in that time because they felt that Judy was an opposition. So they couldn't do anything about it. Now it is happening to themselves. This is terrible. Like Sam said, if we are not careful with this case, it will bring a side to our justice system that will forever be remembered in the country. So
thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Like we said, in the wisdom of the associate justice in court, the entire Supreme Court came under serious allegations. And I strongly believe that if they play with this case, that Prophet Key if he cannot prove that any wrongdoing, that the Chief Justice is corrupt, that the Chief Justice is involved into a lot of bribery, I think actions need to be taken against him. In other countries, even like the country that you are in, Rwanda, they have an agency responsible for social media monitoring. That agency, they monitor people contents that they create to put online, and they are regulators of social media. If your content go against certain rules, traditional culture, like you'll be insulting and you are using inventive, people social media. People social media account can be brought down.
Why is it that the Chief Justice? Why is it that he's scared? If you know you are not corrupt, take the man to court, then he prove himself.
No, I don't think that I'm not a spokesman for the Chief Justice. I don't want to defend him on that, but I strongly believe in the protections of the moral value of this country. And I strongly believe that what Opa Yezian is doing, CKA Prophet Key, to be insulting on our social media space, I think it's very wrong. He has a very terrible influence to our young people. We have our daughters, our sons that are using social media, that they are on the social media. You are creating a culture that people just wake up and use inventive everywhere. Mind you now, because we are accepted this on our media land space, almost every talk show host that want to come out to be popular now in Liberia, they want to take a style of insulting people. Without any fact, without any wrongdoing, people just wake up and insult, and without even discussing the legit issues and focusing on a legit issue. If Liberia is a serious country, a country established in 1847, if Liberia have been a serious path, people like Opa Yezen should not even be discussed on national radio. They should be condemned and even mentioning their name and associating yourself with them should be a strategy for you. People should distance themselves from him. But what do you see? You see the Minister of Information proudly inviting Prophet Key and giving a red carpet at the Ministry of Information for him to sit down for insulting the women who of this country. The mother of the nations are women. Every one of us pass through there to get to the earth. And you have one man who wake up one day and insult the women of the country and people listening to him. You see state actor inviting him to their offices, taking photo with him, posting it on social media. And you think 1847, 177 years old, we are a serious country. We are not a serious country because a serious country that values morals and cultural values and norms, they don't accept such a thing in their society. This is why we are where we are. Because when a criminal is from your side and he is a criminal, you protect him. When a society destroyer, Prophet Key is a society destroyer. I don't see nothing that he do makes sense that we should even discuss him. I think we'll have other topics to discuss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So do you think, Amma, I understand the feeling, I understand the sentiment expressed, but our country must and should not be ruled by sentiment. We are a country of law. Everything we do, we are guided by laws. So let me ask you this question, which is a little bit personal on the other side. I can recall maybe Prophet Key cursing, but when it comes to cursing and the cursing in Liberian politics, who brought it? The same company, the senior party that you support, CDC, at one point in time, they rubbed ray oil on underwear, on woman painting. Let me say that way broadly here. The march with it is here that Ellen Johnson, excuse my word for our listener and viewer, they say Ellen Johnson were menstruating. The CDC is supported, paraded with casket. They say Ellen, that's the Ellen dead body. All of these things was done in Liberia and nobody took steps towards it. And we can't sit here and because Prophet Key has been cursing people, Mom, is it different than you taking some painting and parading within the principal street of Liberia, especially in Thomas Boulevard, where we're watching it, and we can't sit down here and say Prophet Key was wrong? What's about CDC who came up with this ideology? And today we made CDC the president, and today we have CDC party. Who brought all of these things into our, who introduced this thing into our political system?
So, Sam, before Amma comes in, this case, we might look at it like a very simple thing. But it is a case that if care is not taken, it will get messy. Almost every citizen in Liberia can cause man cause. Let me put it in the simple Liberian English. The people that sing the music, the artists, they cause man cause. The ones that host the talk show, they cause man cause. Every single individual in the country, they cause man cause because they believe that this is not wrong as per our constitution, which I agree with them. But traditionally, it is wrong. No one should go about insulting women. It's bad. My point here is, why now? Why now? This he has already given birth to a lot of things already. You got a case doing it, the musician doing it, the politician doing it. I listened to one guy during the election. His name is one Fuller guy, one Mandingo guy. Sorry to say.
what the guy name?
I'm forgetting his
I
name.
think he lives in Holland. I just forgot his name.
So this guy used to insult women.
Yes.
He would insult their man. Them. Nobody would say something about it. Nobody. Why now? If this is a new law, then you guys should amend the Constitution and you're making a law. Public decency is allowed. People in Liberia have cried. They say dressing inappropriately on the street should be illegal. What's the difference between insulting man cause and someone dressing inappropriately and walking all around naked? Is that not the same thing? Is that not almost the same thing? So if we go about interpreting Article 15 of the Constitution, a lot of people will only tell you, say, Prophet Key should go to jail because of personal feelings. But legally, it's not supposed to be done that way. Prophet Key was not hearing contempt for anything. We've never seen the charges. We want to see it tomorrow. If we see the charges tomorrow, then we will know whether the justice system is running on personal feeling or not. But let's wait for the charges.
That's why I'm waiting for. That's why I'm waiting to see, because this thing that not case is an embarrassment to the country, and they shouldn't even condone it to say.
So can I answer your question?
You asked me a question 1 second. They're not even supposed to send for him to go to court. For what reason? For what reason that they will allow Prophet Key to even show up to the Supreme Court on a full, before the full bench? It does not make sense. Even I read the whole on Article 15, and even I went the 17, even the 12.5, the procedure law, the judicial law of the Republic of Liberia. I read everything. Even I went as far as reading the criminal procedure law of Liberia. What there to even invite Prophet Key for? It does not make sense. And we want to put personal sentiment into our constitution and our laws. It's dangerous for the country. Let's speak the truth. I do not support somebody insulting somebody's mother. It is wrong morally, but to make it with the constitution, Prophet Key going to jail does not mean anything. Prophet Key could go to jail for what? For 30 days, 20 days. Prophet Key can still come out and do the same thing because there is no law.
Ama, you can answer the question of Cyrus. Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you. You see, some of the things, what is happening in the country, it is becoming somehow frustrating. Liberia, our society is built on moral principles. And this is why the founders of this land make it very much clear that we are built on Christian principles. And those principles protect and preserve our daily activity, our guardians itself as our guardians as we interact daily. And those principles are moral upright keeping, which have to do with the way that you address others, the way that you address people, and the way that you interact with people. And all of those moral values that these nations were built on, one guy from nowhere has chosen.
While you're answering the question, I want to ask you another question so you can combine them. Why now?
Yeah.
Why now?
The issue about why now, I don't see it as the issues. I think for now the precedent will be set and the corrections will be made.
Will the Supreme Court go after all of the people that are insulting the country, including the same government official themselves?
I am of the strongest convictions that the court is not in the business of going around to go look for cases. When cases go to the court, it is now in the purview of the judge
But
or
who
the
brought
court
the case to
to
them?
act on the cases that is before
They
it.
look for it.
The court will not go around looking for cases for you.
But
The court will never.
Okay, 1 second. Give me
Yeah.
1 second. So this case, this other case, who carried to them? Because they look for it. Who carried it to them? Who filed the case in the court?
I strongly believe that in the wisdom of the Chief Justice saw it very much timely to invite Prophet Key to answer to questions. You said that the Chief Justice, you said that the office of you denigrated the office of the Chief Justice, the highest decision making of our land.
The Liberian people that they can't go around looking for cases. That is clear and understood. But the Chief Justice also has been looking for cases on Prophet Key because he invited
the Chief Justice, the office. It is not about why people are making this case here. Is people say it is about Chief Justice Yamin Bese. No, this case is not just about Chief Justice Yamin Bese. This case is about protecting the office of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay,
the office matter.
Let me ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
Why do you think that all of the opposition people that have been insulting president before, even those that are insulting President Bouaka, you don't see the office of the president taking them to court saying you brought public disrepute to the highest office in the country? Why do you think so?
You didn't go as far as
in a way of President George Manuel Weah, he decriminalized the issue of insulting the president or the offices of the president was criminalized in the 1985 Constitution under President Samuel Kennedy. No, it was criminalized. It was under President George Weah that he decriminalized the Abdullah Kamara Act. I follow the Abdullah Kamara Act well, Junior. Yeah. So when I'm speaking, when I'm telling you about it,
there were again you call
the Abdullah Kamara Act, they amended and decriminalized free speech. That when you insult the office of the president or you insult the president, it is not a criminal offense.
Okay.
It is not a criminal offense.
It's a criminal offense.
I come in. Likewise,
but the Chief Justice is not instructed in that particular act.
Is the Chief
Justice or other individual or other private Liberian citizens that might be injured to see redress in a court, they are not instructed in that act.
Please stop. The Chief Justice is not a government official of the Republic of Liberia.
Let's have a conversation. Insulting anybody in Liberia is not a criminal offense. Let's get that straight. The Abdullah Kamara Free Speech Act, it gave all of us the right to say whatever we want to say once it's not defamation or it is not invasion of privacy. What Prophet Key said was not invasion of privacy. People can go after the president office and say the president office is corrupt. The president is corrupt. The president is a criminal. People can they can say those things. But why do you think the president don't carry them to court? Why do you think the office don't file in complaint?
If you say that to any other citizen, that they feel injured, they can seek redress in a court, and it is the court that will address the issue. It is in the purview of the court. It is in the purview of the court to interpret the Constitution.
We agree, but you're not
answering my question. You're speaking from sentiment, and you need to correct yourself.
Why do you think that?
I am not, and I will never speak from sentiment because we strongly believe in the betterment of this country. We believe that people should address the issue and take the affirmative from our media space. And that is people who are bad influence, on our society, they should step aside and leave the space. And Prophet Key is one of the terrible influence.
Because you want to tell me that the military government and to be arresting people.
And surely I will be very much disappointed tomorrow if he is not going to Saw Beach to spend some days
He can go to
behind bars.
and say do the same thing.
He accused the office of the Chief Justice of being corrupt. He accused the office of the Chief Justice of accepting bribes. Why are you guys not discussing that? Why are you guys not discussing that? That is my question for you.
Okay, let's have our honest
question to
opinion,
me.
and
I will answer it, Junior. 1 second. Let me answer your question. So,
okay,
under our law, if someone accuses you for being corrupt, especially like in the case of the Chief Justice, he has a right. He has a moral right. He has a law in his favor to sue Prophet Key to produce the evidence that saying he had already accused him of being a corrupt guy. He has a right under the law to take him to a civil law on court to sue him. Okay, if Prophet Key is found guilty, okay, Prophet Key can be liable for that. But at this point, there is nothing that under our law that Prophet Key will appear before the full bench to be convicted of any crime, any type. Because I have read the law. Maybe, listen, maybe except I don't know anything. But for what I read, if there is no sentiment in our country, it will really going to go by the law of the Republic of Liberia. I can tell you the Supreme Court is embarrassing itself.
Now, okay, we can have our final say on this, and then we call it a day for today. We've been here now for 1 hour 15 minutes. Hopefully by Sunday we're gonna have ex-CDC official on this show. He will be appearing here. Now, here is my final thought on this thing. From my layman understanding, this case is not going anywhere. The court have brought sentiment into this thing, and it's wrong. I 100% do not support anyone who insult anybody, not limited to women. Our country is a country of law and tradition. There are other places in Liberia, if you go there, you don't insult. If you do so, the tradition will hold you responsible and it will fine you. But when it comes to law, you don't mix tradition with a written law. Here is the fact that people don't know. Those things that Prophet Key said were defamation of character on the side of the Chief Justice. But the Chief Justice does not want to sue Prophet Key. He don't want to do it. When he do it, he will say, oh, that the same thing Prophet Key said, that's the same thing he doing. So they trick Prophet Key into insulting. Now, if you read the letter sent to Prophet Key, they didn't even mention the part that he used with defamatory statement like accepting bribe and all of that. They didn't mention it in that. They only talk about him bringing the office of the Chief Justice to public disrepute and by insulting the Chief Justice man. So you see, they brought people to him. They say, oh, these people will represent you. And those guys went, I don't know whether they made a case for Prophet Key. I don't really know. But they threw Prophet Key under the bus by making him to, accept a crime that he didn't commit. Now they are going to Article 15 of the 1986 Constitution. Now, if you are going to use Article 15 on Prophet Key as a violation, what becomes of the Abdullah Kamara Free Speech Act? What becomes of that? What becomes of that act that says you can say anything once it is not defamatory or invasion of someone else's privacy? You can say it and you will walk away free. That's why you see today, opposition, reputable people who have served in government can insult another government official and they will go free. That because of the act. That's because of the act. But you leave in that act and you go into the constitutional provision that has not even been violated. I want to see the charges tomorrow. Yeah, I really want to see it. So we're looking forward to the Supreme Court. I mean, the name they got is Supreme Court. That's a basic. You normally don't go Nima like that. So I believe that the best thing that he could have done was to contact the elders first, not to carry personal feeling into this thing. I believe what he want to do here is that I'm the man. You want to man up. I mean a man. So you can't just talk to me, you go free. The other people we've been talking to, they will go free. But for me, I'm the man. So he want to man up on Prophet Key, but the entire country is watching. That's what I have to say. Let's hear you, Cyrus.
So, Junior, thank you. Those of you who are enjoying yourself by writing, I am speaking from law. I am not supporting Prophet Key insulting women. I said it point blank. I said it. Let me be crystal clear here. I had never supported Prophet Key for insulting people because I'm a family man and I have family. But insult under our law, because we are guided, our democracy call for law. Under our law, there is nothing. The Article 15 they were quoting today is just their mere error. The Article 12.5 they're talking today is a nonsense. There's nothing under our law. I've read the whole thing, even including the criminal procedure law of Liberia. There's nothing Prophet Key has done here that requires Prophet Key to go to jail. It's not a crime that someone commit that would put that person into prison. If the Chief Justice feel that Prophet Key accused him of corruption, he has all the law in his favor to sue Prophet Key in the Civil Law Court of the Republic of Liberia, so Prophet Key can bring the evidence of accusing him of corruption. But causing the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, mom, sentimentally, yes, morally it's wrong, but legally it's not. It's not nothing like that. The law doesn't say anything about that. So we have repealed the Adura Camara law, freedom of speech, the freedom of speech. So Prophet Key, I believe the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia needs to be smart and careful before he damages his own career. The international community is watching. If things don't go right, sanction can be one of the things that can embarrass somebody's career. So I want to be crystal clear. Clear to my father, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. He shouldn't use his emotion to make a mistake that will go a long way to damage his career he has built for a long time. I do not support Prophet Key causing man calls. I do not support that. But equally so, we will have to be careful. This case, nothing in it that will want to send Prophet Key to prison. If this was the case, let's see, these are a series of things that are happening in Liberia. 2017, was that 2017, maybe going further down, I went to Liberia and I saw sedition with no disrespect to them. They introduced these things like marching with a painting with red oil on it. They claimed that it was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf unaware. This thing was introduced in Liberia, and nobody said anything about it. Okay, Akara Gray used to be on radio station 24/7 insulting my Elaine. We said nothing about it. And where Prophet Key picked up this cussing, it was when Joe became president. So all of these things started somewhere back, but the elders and the leaders of the Republic of Liberia, they said nothing. They allowed it went on. When Prophet Key insulted George Weah's mom throughout 6 years, nobody said anything. Because they know George Weah didn't say anything, because they know it was not a crime. So why now? I saw our elders of Nimba County coming out, threatening Prophet Key. Oh my goodness. I think something is wrong here. We will talk the truth. Our elders, I think they need to be elders. The word elders, it means they are lived for long. They understood what is going on. They have gotten to know a lot of things than other people know. So to come out this time around to say, oh, enough is enough, Prophet Key, the county using would, all of those things, even if they want to talk to Prophet Key, they should have done it behind the scene. That's what we call elder. You call your child in the evening and say, sit down here. I realize that you're doing this thing. It's not right for you to do it. Please stop it. That's what we call elder. But when elder appear on the talk show, Facebook Live, threatening their own son, even if it's a bad child, you can't throw the child in the bush. So to me, I think that our political elders, they need to sit down, and if they really want to solve problems in Nimba County, they need to take the whole politics from out of their chromosome and introduce traditional attitude instead of political attitude. Then they say they are elders. Thank you, Junior.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. Let's hear you, my brother. Take us home.
Thank you. I think supporting such a morally bankrupt person, a man who is a serious, bad, and a terrible influence on our society, like Prophet Key, for me, I don't find it worth it of my time and energy. I fear he know that if this recording will make him behave mad and crazy like he always do on social media against me, so be it. But it will never suggest us to quench our opinion on such a critical national issue. He is a terrible influence of our society, and he needs to be corrected to safeguard our society moving forward. This is a country of law and order. Secondly, this is a country that will build on Christian principle. This is a fact. We must preserve and protect those values that make up Liberian. Like many of the time when you go Liberian travel in other African countries, people look at them and really value it because our attitude, the way we talk out. You see Liberians, when we went to like Africa, you'll see young people smoking and doing all of that, but Liberians don't just smoke like that. Our way of life, they started to practice it. We dress decently to go to church. We respect others. We don't smoke like that in public. And some Ivorians, how you call it, those people, they are very much highly civilized. So that is the culture, that is the way of life of Liberians, not for one guy to come and destroy it from the blue. And I don't see him as a character to discuss. Like I said, and measuring his names can be irritating to me because I'm one person. I came like just a very highly Christian background. I do not suppose those attitude. You said that people did it in the CDC yesterday. So it means that people that did it in the CDC, if it was wrong yesterday, it should not be right today. Do not make the argument as the regular Unity Party argument. For every wrong thing that the Unity Party is doing in their administration now, they say the CDC did it yesterday. Why are you complaining? You did it yesterday. Why are you telling us to stop it today? The CDC did it yesterday. They were wrong. They were criticized yesterday, and they were definitely condemned. So
you get internet go. Jerry, man, get internet. Let him go.
Yeah, I'm at loss. So tomorrow you can end his talk. Sam, finally, let's hear you, Chief.
Well, finally, Junior, it's been a good conversation. All we want is better Liberia. All we want is better Nimba County. As we coming back as we speak.
Yeah, I was in and I have a break in.
You are talking about your internet.
Complete your thought, Chief.
Yeah, so like we said, we need to give serious value to our society and not to continue on such path. Like people like Prophet Key, they should not be discussed in our society. In a very civilized society, people like that should not even be in public space. They will never be welcome. They will never be celebrated. And people of character will find it difficult to even defend them. People of character will find it very difficult to even defend them in public because they are nuisance. They are complete of our society. So we believe that Prophet Key is not a character to be on national scene, to be on national disco. That is our opinion, and we believe strong.
Yeah, you make it Prophet Key to use the county on your network tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam, go ahead.
So, Junior, all I was saying is we really want a great Nimba County when it comes to the conversations in Nimba. Some things are happening in our country. I want for our elders to be involved into the Burkinabes coming into our country, taking our land, infiltrating in our land and taking it land. Let them call them and have a conversation with them. And if we don't, I don't know whether they're buying this land or how they're taking this land. We don't know, Junior. So these are conversations the elders and the traditional council supposed to be having in the country. But to be surfacing, addressing political issues, sometimes it's concerning. Like the one that happened. Okay, go ahead, Ahmad. Finish your thought.
Yeah, I don't know if those guys want to play with my internet or they're trying to hack my account.
Who got?
Those operators, no, those UP or those Unity Party people operator, they have those people have RT people to be how you call it, playing with people account, people social media account. So so like we said, our message is clear. Probably need a change of attitude in race communication. If you have a very good race communication advisors who track rumors and to actually advising, you understand that even when you are creating audience, you can reach a stage that your niche is becoming like it is becoming expired because the niche people are getting used to it and they are being tired. You sometimes have to change your niche. So if he is very smart, he have the audience, he have the platform, but from all indications, the audience, even his own audience is telling him now that the niche that you have been using to reach this level, to reach this stage here, cannot take you from this stage here to the next stage higher there. You need to change your niche. And his niche of insulting people parents and insulting people parents on that platform that he have, he need to change it. And if you want to be advisors to him, you can take the man course. You can, people trust you with information, they can bring you information and evidence. You need to start using those evidence, be discussing the issue at this level. You need to change your niche. And in content creation, because everything that he's doing is content creating. You just go online, create content, and people buy, and he have a good follower and good audience. So his niche, he need to change his niche. And I think that should be advised if you're lacking. But to defend him publicly and attitude, for me, morally, I don't go for it.
We're not defending the man yet to know. We're speaking on the legal side. We're not defending him. We just saying his action is illegal traditionally, but constitutionally it's not illegal. So we shouldn't put traditional feelings or personal feelings into constitutional matters, and we start intimidating people with that. So I think it's wrong. And if you set precedent on Prophet Key today, how many agents of the court you will put out there to go around and start bringing people to the court every day for insulting people, man? This thing started way back, and it will not stop. I think the book of Ecclesiastes said it, that there is time for everything. And I think it is Liberia time. This is not just it. People even use politics to insult people, parents in our country. At the end result, they will say our political season. So they are passed. There are some things that are done in our country that is wrong. I saw people parading with casting on the main street. Now you're the CDC man, I'm not hiding it. You're paraded with casting. Traditionally, that was wrong. But legally, was it wrong? No. So you guys did it. But traditionally, someone who is living and you put a casket on your head and you start saying that the present casket you're carrying only in the name of, politics, that was wrong. So it's just an old age issue that we cannot solve it here right now. The only reason why we are discussing this is because we don't want it to repeat itself. The elders were, appointed so that they can take on the kind of role, not for the court to do it. Prophet Key from Nima is a highly traditional county. Ever since it's supposed to call Prophet Key. I remember, let me give you a story. There was a guy from Sanikole. I will not call his name, but his father from one of these minor town called Duo. I think it's Duo Bea or Duo Bo. No, Boston, sorry. From Boston. This boy was in the habit of mixing weed with Gary and giving it to people. So one time he mixed the weed, he did a kanya with it, he divided on the entire town. When the people ate it, they brought almost all of them to Joshua Allen Hospital. The following day, what they did for him was they quietly invited him to the Society Bush, and they did their thing to him. From then on, you see that guy, anywhere you see him now, he's the most respectful person. Very respectful. So these are things people are supposed to be doing. You know the tradition that is in Nima. Ever say you're not carry Opa, that today now you won't bring Opa to, and those that are really saying Prophet Key should be prosecuted, that's sedition. Let me not lie to you, that's sedition. Almost all the people I see on Facebook, let Prophet Key be prosecuted. Let him face the weight of the law. Those are awesome.
Yeah. Why decisions can always suffer in your hand. Even I've seen Unity Party people like Prentice Doma. They are all calling for. I've seen former Unity Party chairman Wilmot Pay came out with a very brilliant piece that Prophet Key is complete. We need to read what Chairman Pay wrote. We need to read that people get to understand it on this platform.
Those are aggrieved people. So anything they say,
no. Can we look at?
Why you want for to look at Women Pay? Women Pay with fire. You're not eating money anymore.
The people that agree.
No, let us leave him being fired, leaving job. But he said something important on the topic that we are discussing.
Of course, he
Yeah.
will.
He made a salient point. We agree. But how many of the Unity Party lawmakers have you seen them saying Prophet Key should face the weight of the law?
But this is the Unity Party chairman. This is the Unity Party chairman.
But the man's out of job.
The
man get close to more.
Have you seen any of the Unity Party people? You know your man Mo Ali. Mo Ali let to write about everything. Have you seen Mo Ali write and say, "Oh, you're prosecute Prophet Key"? Have you seen Ibrahim Dawah didn't wrote on his Facebook page or right there to say you're prosecute Prophet Key? They're not doing it because they know the man got his own population. He got his phone. You know, he got his people. But this part of it is wrong. And again, it's never a good thing for someone to insult in a society. But constitutionally, it's not wrong. I believe so that it's not wrong constitutionally.
But to accuse the Chief Justice,
but the
Chief Justice of being corrupt.
Okay, why you
not accuse the Chief Justice of receiving bribe. You accuse the Chief Justice of receiving bribe. Then you say his action is not legally. His action is not.
If somebody do defamation of character to you, this is it. As a law student now, defamation of character, first of all, you have to sue. And you have to sue with a specific amount to say this man has defied my character. And based on XYZ reason, maybe I lost my job. And since I lost my job, I will sue this man here for maybe 1,000 or 10,000 United States dollars for defamation of character. But the Chief Justice is not suing for defamation of character. Then you keep saying his office. Why the office can't go sue that? If the
This is why the full bench inviting to come with a legal representative to give reason why he is doing this.
If the full bench inviting that name means it's not between he and the office of the Chief Justice anymore. Then it's between he and the Supreme Court.
But
you see the difference there?
For what Grant said, you invite someone to say come and let us know why we can't hold you under contempt. What is that?
Let's wait for the charges tomorrow.
So listen, let me finish my talk. We go. It's great to be here. Junior, thank you. It's a great conversation. These conversations are not against anybody. We learn from these things. Like I said, we need a culture of value, a culture to be respected in our country. Everyone should be respected. Liberia has turned into different Liberia that I know. Liberia, we were decent people. Listen, Junior, you guys are young. Back in the day, Liberia that I know back in the day, in the 80s, Liberia was one of the most decent countries. Your money will drop from you. Someone will pick it up and say, "Oh, this is your money." That's Liberia. That's Liberia I know back in the day. We used to care about each other. We used to love each other. Even growing up in the bush, we used to sleep. As a young people, we used to mingle around. We go to each other's houses and sleep and eat from each other's houses. Liberia had changed dramatically. Politics has worsened the culture of value in our society. When this thing was starting under, I always say this, it's not like I hate CDC, but everything we are talking, CDC introduced this idea. And they thought they were doing it to Ellen. They didn't know that one day it will spread up in our society and destroy the fabric of our society today. In a country, decent country like Liberia, a political party came to power by cursing my cause. Who started this thing? It was Moses Akara Gray cursing Ellen who in Liberia at that time could not even testify today and say, yes, Akara Gray was on the radio. And they thought they would have stayed there. No, whatever you introduce in society, other people will pick it up. That's how life goes. When CDC paraded with that honor clothes, I was in Liberia. I said, oh, I've never seen this kind of politics in my entire life. You could just, when they say politics, it means policy different. I could have a different view from you, but yes, we can even remain friends, but we can share different policy. Because I introduce mine, I say, okay, this is a way to build a road, and then you will say, this is a way. This is not a way, but this is the way to build a road. That's what we call politics. But in our society, it's not like that. Okay,
thank you.
Even Cascade, like John was saying, doing Cascade, how is it possible? I say relevant to even march with Cascade in the streets during politics time. I mean campaign. Even recent, Joseph Baka, the march Joseph Baka, Cascade, they were doing it again. So today, those things people didn't, 1 second. People didn't speak about it in our society. Supreme Court didn't invite anybody to come and get reason to order those things because it happened to our brother from Nimba County. If it bad yesterday, why it can't be bad today? Why they didn't invite those people to? So I'm not defending Prophet Key, but what is good to be done in society, it must start right in it. It can't be later on. Thank you for listening. Those of you who criticize me, it's okay. That's how life goes. The democracy goes that way. Good to see you guys. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My brother CDC Yaman Brooks and Mr. Sam Saros Balier. The two men on the show tonight, they are my traditional people. So no matter how we do it, we will still go separate behind the scene. But thank you guys for being here tonight. It's been a wonderful show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.